Hey there, friend. Today I'm going to walk you through a simple process to heal your relationship with your singing voice. This is something that I originally developed along my own personal healing journey with my voice, and now it's something I use with my clients as a powerful tool to really unlock the voice, free something up. It gives your emotions a place to go so you don't bottle them up inside of you. And instead, it's like you bottle them up into a song, and it becomes like a medicinal, musical healing balm for your voice. Welcome to Reawaken Your Voice. I'm Lainey Prendeville Crawford, holistic voice coach, singer, song weaver. I believe the song in your heart holds medicine for yourself and for the world. And yet too often, something happens along the way. We shut down our voice and our song goes unsung. Whether you stopped singing years ago or have always harbored an unrealized dream to start, if you're ready to finally give voice to those unsung songs in your heart, then take my hand as I guide you to free yourself from the inner critic, reignite your creativity, find your courage, sing with confidence, and reawaken those dormant parts of yourself aching for a revival. So dust off your songbooks, tune up your guitar, bust out your singing bowls, your shakers, your drum. Actually, all you really need is your voice, your breath, open ears, and an open heart. Let's play. When we suppress our voice and hold it all in, the most potent medicine for liberating our singing voice from the walls that we've built around it can be opening it up and letting it all out through songwriting, like actually writing a song about it. Think about like when you sing along with a song that really resonates with your current life situation and it just hits you in a certain way, like the tears start flowing and you put it on repeat, like even though it hurts so good. And you start to feel better, even though you're in this pain. You're healing. So now magnify that times 1,000 when it's your own song, your own words. It's specific to your own story. And when you're writing about those things that have caused you to shut down your voice, whether that be the inner critic or outer critics or traumatic experiences, whatever it was that caused you to stop singing or to never allow yourself to sing in the first place, even though the desire has always been there. Maybe you've buried it and you're finally ready to unearth it again. Well, writing songs and singing songs about that is such a powerful tool to move through it and beyond it. That inner voice of wisdom that you have can come through and speak to you about it. Like even if you start out in this dark place or this broken place and like this totally unraveled place, it can lead you through the emotions and into healing, coming out at the end of the song with a sense of peace, seeing things in a new light, and something has shifted. So I'm going to walk you through a creative process It's kind of a blend of improvisation and songwriting, just depending on how far you want to develop it. But really, we're getting into that creative flow state where you're able to tune in to your inner voice and let that guide you to the song. So here's an outline of the 5 steps, and then I'll go deeper into each one. Step 1, get in the feeling of it. Step 2, excavate truth. Step 3, find the heartbeat of the song. Step 4, sing into and through the wound. Step 5, partner sound with intention to heal. As I guide you through each step, the most important thing here is following your intuition, following your inner voice, letting that guide you, whatever skill level you're at. Now, depending on your experience, you can either accompany yourself with your instrument of choice, or you can start with something as simple as a drone track. Like type in musical drone into YouTube or something and find one that feels good. This is just a sustained tone that you can sing on top of or underneath or around. You can play around with. You can do like a loop or a single chord over and over again. Sometimes I'll just repeat a single chord on piano or guitar, like whichever instrument is calling to me. But I keep repeating that single chord until a melody starts to emerge. And, you can even pluck one string on a ukulele. You can sustain 2 notes on a piano, just playing them rhythmically over and over. You can sing with an egg shaker or a drum, whatever your comfort level is. You're just creating a heartbeat for the music, and you're creating like a tonal center or a home base for the song. So keep it simple. There's no need to make it elaborate at this point. Although of course you can develop it as far as you want to. But the most important thing is to follow where your voice and your ear and your intuition are guiding you. Okay, so let's dive into this process. We begin with step 1. Get in the feeling of it. Put yourself back there in your imagination to the moment you shut down your voice, or the moment you were told you couldn't sing, or that you told yourself you couldn't sing. And if you can't pinpoint a moment, imagine the kinds of things going through your mind when you go to sing. It can be really helpful to do some free flow journaling around this, just around your relationship to your voice and your past singing experiences and, all that stuff going through your head. Do some journaling around this and see what comes up for you. And lean into that. Let that kind of lead you into the feeling of it. Step 2, excavate truth. This is where you kind of pull some lyrics from your writing and your reflection to use in the improvisational exercise. So that free flow journaling that you did around the suppression of your voice, shutting it down, holding it all in, look for a word or a phrase that really sticks out at you, something that makes you feel something, and pull that out to sing on. And if it's more than one idea and you have something developing, you can create a simple poem, like 2 or 4 lines or however many. What you want is to excavate a piece of truth or something that touches something in you. There's that saying, like, tell the truth and make it rhyme. But also know that it doesn't have to rhyme. This is your own creative spirit. So go with it. It can even be just one word, 2 words. So follow your heart, follow the feeling of it. Step 3, find the heartbeat of the song. In this step, you are letting your voice guide you to the melody. So you're establishing a home base for the song to live in, like a tonal center. And you're establishing that heartbeat, that inner pulse, that rhythmic flow. Okay, so you have some lyrics or some words to play with around your singing story. Now we find the heartbeat of the song, like a steady tone, a steady pulse, something to sing with, something to sing like on top of. And we're finding that tonal center, that home note. And like I said, you can use a drone, you can use your own instrument, you can use a percussion instrument, even just like a rattle or a shaker. Just something that keeps you kind of in a steady pulse and in a steady kind of home base. And when you add the voice, start with something that stands out to you from the journaling, whether that be one word or one phrase or a little poem or just sound. Like if no words came but feelings were like pouring through, make that feeling into a sound and start there. See where that leads you. Moaning, toning, wailing, whatever it is. We are just finding the melody. We're allowing the idea to develop. For this melody, you're just following the thread. One idea leads to another, and it's like you're unraveling a thread, or you're jumping on this wavelength to ride the idea and see where it leads you. I always think of Michelangelo and carving the statue of David. What did he say about that? He said something like, I just imagined him in the stone and carved until I set him free. We're chipping away at what we see, what we feel, what we hear, until we reveal what is there and what is true. Now, this doesn't have to be a long song. It doesn't have to be a full song. It can just be one phrase or one chorus that repeats over and over. Like I said, it can be one word, 2 words, just one little melody. Or you can tell the full story. You can bring it full circle. It's up to you and your comfort level, your skill level, your experience in where your voice is leading you. Whatever your voice is leading you to uncover and release and express, that's what we're leaning into. And we're approaching this without expectations. So let go of the idea that you're creating a masterpiece. No, you're just seeing where one idea can lead you to the next and the next. So it's more about the process than the result. So listen to your inner voice to lead the way and lead you deeper into it. Step 4, Sing into and through the wound. So whatever truth you excavated, whatever painful emotions you uncovered, whatever piece of your singing story came through and spoke to you, rather than shying away from it, you're going into it through your singing voice. So when you get into the flow of this phrase, whatever it may be, sing it over and over again until it just becomes part of you, like you almost lose yourself in it. Like you don't even have to think about it anymore. And as you're repeating it, you're getting out of your head and into your heart, and you're getting the music into your veins, into your body, into your breath. And you're letting everything else fall away, just being immersed in it, getting into the zone. It's almost like a vocal meditation, like you're meditating on it. You're sending it out as a prayer, which actually leads me to the final step. Step 5, partner sound with intention to heal. Studies have shown that our intentions, our thoughts, our beliefs, our feelings, our purpose behind it, those things can be encoded on the sounds we make to amplify their effect. In the book, The Humming Effect by Jonathan and Andy Goldman, they say there is a reason why almost all prayers on this planet are vocalized, whispered, chanted, read aloud, spoken, or sung. It is this: sound amplifies the power of prayer. Prayer amplifies the power of sound. Together, sound and prayer, intention, thought, belief, build a mutually reinforcing feedback loop. So cool. So imagine it freeing something up in your body. As you sing it over and over, as it becomes a part of you, imagine the sound opening up something that's stuck. You know, physically in your body, you may feel it as tension while you're singing. Well, sing into that and imagine opening it up. Sing into and through the parts that feel heavy. You know, if there's a certain word in your poem that causes your voice to crack or shake, or the tears start to come through, sing into and through that. You can be letting go of the words as you're singing them. You can be inviting in new words that express what you do want to feel when you're singing. You know, it really depends on the words that you've been shown, or the words you've received, or that have emerged through the process. So again, I come back to use your intuition. If there are words that you want to let go of, set the intention to let them go as you're singing them. And if these are words that you want to embody, set the intention to embody them as you're singing them. Like, you get the idea. You'll know what to do. Trust yourself and your voice. And allow your words or sounds, or combination of the two, allow them to be transformed and transmuted into music through your breath, through your voice. Okay, so let's do a quick recap of those steps. Step 1, get in the feeling of it. Step 2, excavate truth. Step 3, find the heartbeat of the song. Step 4, sing into and through the wound. And step 5, partner sound with intention to heal. So after moving through those steps, what can you do with this? Well, 1, you can leave it as it is, as a one-time improvisational healing exercise, or you can continue to develop it into a full song. And if you would prefer to be guided through this process one-on-one, you can book a session with me at reawakenyourvoice.com/coaching. But you can also experience a variation of this in my free workshop, reawakenyourvoice.com/workshop. Both of those links will be in the description. But I'll leave you with some journaling prompts or some questions to help you get started, to help get the juices flowing so that you can kind of dive into this process on your own. So here are some questions to consider as you're doing that free flow journaling. When did you stop singing? When did you shut down your voice? What is running through your mind when you open your mouth to sing? Or when you record yourself singing and listen back? What's going through your mind as you're singing? What does your voice want to tell you? What is true about your voice? What is your voice longing to say? Hey friend, thank you so much for listening. If this episode unlocked something in you or moved you in some way, I'd be so grateful if you'd leave me a review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you're streaming this, and share this episode with a friend who's been praying for a vocal breakthrough. Until we meet again, keep nurturing that song in your heart. Lots of love.